FGIers pay $9 million to US lobby firm to rewrite communicate narrative on Christian genocide in the country. The federal government has hired a lobbying firm in a $9 million contract. I don't understand. $9 million to hire a firm. So we don't have firms in Nigeria that can rewrite communicative narrative on Christian genocide. Wow. So to assist in communicating his actions on protecting Christians in Nigeria to the United States government, you are not protecting anybody. According to the lobbying contract document filed with the U.S. Department of Justice, Asta Legal, a law firm in Kaduna State, hired the services of DCI Group on behalf of Nuhu Ribadu. I don't get it. According to the lobbying contract document filed with the U.S. Department of Justice, Asta Legal, a law firm in Kaduna State, hired the services of DCI Group on behalf of Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. DCI Group is a US-based public affairs and lobbying firm in Kaduna. It's US-based. I don't understand. Oyetunji Oladeko Slim, the managing partner of Asta Legal, and Justin Peterson, managing member of DCI Group, on December 17, 2025. According to the contract details, the American lobbying firm is expected to assist the Nigerian government through Asta Legal in communicating its actions to protect Nigerian Christian communities and maintaining U.S. support in countering West African jihadist group and other destabilizing elements. It was agreed that the contract would be for 6 months until June 30, 2026 and would be automatically renewed for another 6 months. The contract includes a clause that stipulates that any party in the case can terminate the agreement for any reason without penalty by providing 60 days advance written notice of termination to the other party. On December 12, Nigeria paid the American lobbying firm the sum of $4.5 million as a 6-month retainer prepayment for the contract. Clients shall pay consultants a monthly retainer $750,000. No be small thing. Being full payment of professional fees and expenses covered under this agreement. The monthly payment shall be made in 2 6-month installments of $4,500,000, one due upon the execution of this agreement and the other B upon expiration of 6 months from the effective date. The fee and expenses section of a contract rate. The federal government hired the American lobbying firm amid the interest of the U.S. government in reports of spying of Christians in Nigeria. In October, Trump redesignated Nigeria as the country of particular concern in response to Christian genocide in the country. The Nigerian government had repeatedly denied the Christian genocide claim and promised to engage with the U.S. government. In November, U.S. President Donald Trump had threatened to go into Nigeria, guns ablazing, to wipe out the terrorists spying our cherished Christians, after some U.S. politicians repeatedly voiced out that there was a genocide against Christians in the West African nation. On Christmas Day, the U.S. launched air strikes against 2 terrorist enclaves in Bauni Forest in Tangaza, LGA, Sokoto State. Tizuelo. Ada says, how will propaganda make the lives of Nigeria more safe and secure? I beg the Nigerian government in the name of the Almighty to concentrate their efforts and spend our money on dislodging the terrorists. You get? Instead of lobbying. And spend our money on dislodging the terrorists instead of wasting our resources on propaganda. Ribadu should please have some empathy. I'm telling you. $9 million. For what? Waste of money. Have some empathy for the suffering masses of Nigeria. Because Ribadu himself is a terrorist now. Can you imagine? Obineche says that it means US and Trump have abandoned Christians in Nigeria. Where and how is Pastor Paul Dachomo? Do you get that man has been a while ahead from him. He's not anywhere. Like, people are not even asking about him. Like, where is this man? He's been quiet. He's been quiet. It's very bad. Gumi will be smiling and cheering his boys to do more damages. The coast is now clear. Obineche says, I said it that a lot of bribing and lobbying went into it before the so-called Trump change of narrative from Christian genocide to Muslims were also bad. Leopard can never change its color. Corruption, that's what TINUBU knows best. But has the change of narrative changed the minds? No, in fact, it has emboldened the jihadists to start asking communities to vacate the homes and the northern governors to start asking the judges and courts to free jailed terrorists. Chai, no be small thing. Charles Orieso says that cash could have been used to help victims of Christian genocide. It is well. Ben Chu says instead of using the money in a way more beneficial to Nigerian citizens by governing well, they choose to buy their people and hire propaganda media to cover up. After covering up, would that stop the terrorism? When criminals and drug lords are in power, just like Maduro and Pablo Escobar, things are bound to go this way. At Obioko says, how much was Omokri paid on his own failed propaganda? The American representative has to Nigeria to Benue State and see and talk with jihadist displaced people living in IDPs. Have they been returned? Why lobbying when they have seen the truth? Do you get? No, your office is a waste, I'm telling you. Ken Bako says, shame on this country, shame on the leadership. Lobbying cannot stop the issues at hand. Deal with the issue. Deal with it. And then says, Yahoo government. No be small. Stanley Akpoti says, see how they are ravishing Niger Delta oil money on propaganda to cover up the reality on the ground. Ignatius Uzo says, instead of solving the problem, they are lobbying. Paulo Robertson says, a very terrible conspiracy is being cooked in Nigeria. Christians and indigenous Nigeria, no matter your faith, should better sit up and come together, mostly South, East, South, and Middle Belt. You will notice that since APC took over, the Fulani Islamic terrorists have been eyeing indigenous Nigerians instead of the government fighting them. All you hear is only silence or aimless noise, and nothing happens. Since they were accused of Christian genocide, what have they done to protect the people? Nothing. Instead, they are bribing. We can imagine. Paulo says he stole our mandate and ran with it. Now he's spending our money like a drunkard drug lord. Money through drugs are spent like drunkards. I'm happy that America is not British that can take bribe and shut up. Contrasting them will even give them the opportunity to investigate what these Yoruba and Fulani jihadists are doing in Nigeria. Don't forget that it was an American contracted by Omokri through Ribado that exposed this Islamic terrorist government, and the one before him, but terrorist sponsors want a different narrative. Okay. Frida Osa says, that means you all are guilty. Why paying to lobby? I've been a blog as they post rubbish because you can even never know. It is well. God help us in this country. Our listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.